The debate over police funding is a complex one. It's important to understand the changing role of police officers in our society. In the past, police work was seen as more straightforward. Officers patrolled their beats, responded to calls, and made arrests. Today their duties are far more diverse and demanding. Modern police officers are asked to be everything from mediators to first responders. They manage traffic flow and respond to car accidents. They search for missing persons and handle cases of public intoxication. Their work requires them to navigate complex social situations and make critical decisions under pressure. The demands on police officers have increased, but their fundamental role remains the same: to protect and serve. They are the first line of defense against crime and violence. They are the ones we call in an emergency. And they are the ones who put their lives on the line every day to keep our communities safe. It is a challenging and often thankless job, but it is an essential one, and it is one that deserves our support. One of the most concerning aspects of the Defund the Police movement is the idea that social workers can simply replace trained law enforcement officers. This is a dangerous oversimplification. Police officers undergo rigorous training to handle a wide range of situations, many of which are dangerous and unpredictable. Consider the specialized skills of certain police units. SWAT teams are trained to respond to high-risk situations, such as hostage situations and active shooter incidents. Undercover officers infiltrate criminal organizations, putting themselves at great personal risk to gather intelligence and disrupt criminal activity. These are just two examples of the many specialized roles that police officers fill. Social workers, while undoubtedly valuable in their own right, are not equipped to handle these types of situations. They lack the training, the experience, and frankly, the legal authority to confront dangerous individuals or manage complex crime scenes. To suggest that they can simply step into the shoes of police officers is naive and irresponsible. It's also important to remember that many police departments already work closely with social workers and mental health professionals. These partnerships are valuable and should be expanded, but they are not a replacement for a well-trained, well-funded police force. The relationship between the police and the community is complex. There is a clear need for police services to maintain order and safety. Yet there are also legitimate concerns about police brutality, racial profiling, and the excessive use of force. Building trust between law enforcement and the community is not optional, it's essential. This requires a two-way street of accountability and respect. Police officers must be held to the highest standards of conduct. They must be held accountable for their actions, and they must be committed to serving all members of the community with fairness and respect. At the same time, the community has a responsibility to support law enforcement. We must obey the law, cooperate with police investigations, and report crimes when we see them. We must also engage in constructive dialogue with law enforcement about our concerns. The goal should be to create a system where the police are seen as partners, not adversaries. A system where everyone feels safe and respected. This requires a commitment from both sides to work together. The call to defund the police is often born out of frustration and anger. And while those emotions are understandable, simply stripping funding from police departments without a viable alternative is not a solution. In fact, it could make matters worse. Instead of defunding, we should be talking about reforming. We need to invest in better training for police officers, particularly in areas like de-escalation techniques, cultural sensitivity. We need to implement stricter use of force policies and hold officers accountable for misconduct. We also need to invest in communities, addressing the root causes of crime such as poverty, lack of opportunity, and mental health issues. The goal should not be to eliminate the police, but to create a system of public safety that is fair and effective.